Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the evolution of my pop collection. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I have 10 photos here, and this is kind of like from when I first started collecting them all the way up to the very end, and I'm going to show you what it looks like today, or really yesterday because of the day you're watching this video, but I haven't got anything new since. But for the first photo here, I have the first 7 pop characters I ever bought. And they were Sheldon Cooper, Twilight Sparkle, Sharknado, the 1966 Batman, which my grandpa owns right now, so it's not on this shelf, Jake the Dog, Pennywise from It, and then X-Force Deadpool. Now, I was really into pop characters. I started collecting them on my birthday because my brother Noah got me one. And it was Sheldon Cooper, and it was really awesome just to have it. So then, a little bit later, I started to notice that they sold them at a bunch of other stores. So I started to buy just a few random ones that I really liked, and then I got Sharknado and Batman and just all these other ones, and now it's led up to this collection here. But guys, I'll show you the next photo when my collection got just a little bit bigger. So the photo you just saw, guys, with the 7 different characters was kind of like how I very first started. That was like, I used to have them on my desk in my room. I used to have a computer over there, which I got rid of a while ago because then I upgraded to kind of like a laptop. But next up, I actually put them in my closet, which is behind you guys there. And that one was when I had 2 shelves, and it was just a small collection. I have about, I want to say 20 pop characters here. And then you can see the Sharknado. I got my first my first pop ride, and I have 2 6-inch characters. So what happened was I first saw the 6-inch characters and I got super excited, but the same day that I got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, you can see him in the back corner there, I also saw the White Raven, which was really sad. I know I remember seeing it, and then now it's worth like 160 bucks, but that doesn't matter to me because this is when I first started collecting. This was just a bunch of I was so proud of this collection at the time. And it was just like a bunch of characters. You can kind of see Spider-Man and Batman on the side. This was on Instagram, and I didn't have the actual photo, so you couldn't see the cut-off parts on the edges. But this is just really awesome to see how I first moved from my desk all the way to my shelf. Here, guys, my next photo is when I was in the closet still, but I had 3 shelves going up. You can see this top bookshelf there. And if you notice on the top there, I actually have Chase Batman and then a metallic BMO. So I have maybe about 30 to 40 characters here. It's starting to get like a bigger collection. This is like a really awesome collection. I got more of the Big Bang Theory set here, and I have Wreck-It Ralph, which is another good one. So I started to get more superheroes and then some more. I don't have any more pop rides yet. Pop rides are coming soon, but we do have the same 6 inches with a bunch of more 3-inch ones, especially with Mrs. Potch and Chip. I was really excited about that one because he came with a mini one. Okay guys, so after that I actually left the closet, and that doesn't sound right, and I went over to the shelf which was over there. That's actually where we filmed our first video, and it was this shelf here. It was my first one, and we seem to have put the Funko blocks on top. You can't see them, but they're right on the very top. It's going to be hard to see for you guys, but I know they're there. And then you can also see the 2 boxes. I actually put my 6 inches in box now. And then you can see my Chase Batman up top there with the metallic BMO. Still 1 pop ride, but a bunch of other characters. I believe this is the same amount of characters I had in there. It's just moved over to the shelf, spread out on a bigger area. So this is just when I moved from in the closet to out on the shelf. Now this next one, guys, is actually the same shelf that I have this one here. It's the exact same shelf, but just with more characters on it. This is when I got Epic Mickey, and then I got now 2 pop rides. I have the Ecto one with the DeLorean, and then now we have 3 6-inch characters with Baymax. And now I started to use the boxes to stack them up so you can see them a lot nicer, which looks really cool. And then you can see the boxes on the side of the shelf there because I was trying to save the boxes because the first 7 that I had, I didn't save the box for, which is kind of sad because those ones aren't really worth much now. But I don't really mind just because they're awesome characters and I probably wouldn't get rid of them anyways. But yeah, you can start to see my Disney section with my Star Wars section taking shape at the bottom there, with a few of my television ones in the middle there with Hello Kitty, Olaf. Then you can just see a nice 6-inch shelf with a few pop rides in the middle. Now guys, after that, I actually moved across the hall with another shelf. I had a shorter CD rack, which I still have, which is right behind me now. And this was just an awesome setup that we had, because we used to call it like the gaming room. I don't know if you guys remember this room. It was from a while ago. All of this has been in videos before, but me and Noah moved into the same room so we could have our own kind of like film studio across the hall over there. But we decided to kind of like have the one shelf kind of curved across so it all fit in the corner. So it's like I had like a full corner of pop characters, and I wanted to make it so the whole room eventually went into pops. But then So yeah, we have the CD rack, and then it's starting to look a lot nicer. You can see a bunch more pops. There was a big jump in them just because I couldn't find any photos in between. But you can see I'm starting to get the pop wall like I have here with a few more pop rides. I now have the X-Force Deadpool pop ride, which is a good one. I'm now starting to get some Dorbs, you can see. Some pop tees. My Wacky Wobblers are at the bottom now of the CD rack. Just a bunch of really cool ones. I'm starting to get more Star Wars ones. Just a bigger collection in general. This is probably, I'd say, about 100 to 120 pops, I want to say. And this was actually on November 14th, 2015. Now guys, after that, I actually got a third shelf. So this one I actually got from my neighbor. They were throwing it out and I decided to take it just because they were doing something, or they got a new CD rack or something, but this fit perfectly for the pops. So you can see that in the middle still. Then I have this shelf, and now this shelf as well is put into this one. I only have a few characters on there just because I wasn't really, like when I first get a new shelf, it's hard to fill it up right away because you want to keep room for it. But you can see the pop puzzle on the wall with the 6-inch boxes are over there. And then I even have, it's pretty much the same setup just with the extra shelf, and a few of them moved over to that one. So there's not much going on extra with this one, but this is on January 10th, 2016 when I got my new shelf. Then guys, on March 28th, 2016, I actually moved back from there into here, which is where I am now with a huge wall of them. It just looked, I don't know, there was something about it where Noah and me didn't want to stay in the same room again, so Noah moved back to his room across the hall, and then I stayed in here. But this one's actually got the 2 shorter shelves, and then the CD rack, which is kind of spread out nicer all the way across the room. It looks pretty good. I mean, we've got the nice setup still. The middle shelf, this one here, is starting to take shape better. You can see I've got my, what's it called, my Hikari now, and I've got a few more blocks with my Funko certificate on the side here. And it's just awesome in general just to see how big my collection's been getting over the years. You can see I've still got my blue chair. I switched from blue chair to black chair a while ago just because it was harder to, it took away from me sitting in the chair of the pop character, so I switched to a black one. I've got just like this shelf pretty much looks exactly the same as it did back then. This shelf has changed a lot, and so is this one, but other than that, it's pretty much the same, just moved into the other room across the hall. Now guys, this next one is a closer zoomed in photo. This is the only one that I could find with this shelf here, but this is pretty much what my collection looks like on, it says today at 12:01, but that's because it was a screenshot. I'd say this was about a month or 2 ago, and this is when I actually moved this shelf from far down over there to over here, so you guys can see this pretty nicely. It's got the smaller shelf of pops kind of in between the 2 bigger shelves. I actually got a third shelf, which I'll show you guys what it looks like today in a second. But yeah, this shelf's here now. It's pretty much looking exactly the same, just a few more boxes in between the 2 taller shelves there where the Chase Batman is. And then I actually moved this, and then the pop wall got pushed up top there with some more boxes over to that side now. But I'll show you what it looks like today, right now. Okay guys, so here's the shelf, which is pretty much yesterday for you guys, today for me. But this is just a bunch of cool ones. Now you can see I've actually got a third shelf now, which is this one here. It just looks awesome. I'm starting to put my Dorbs rides up here. And then up top here's got a bunch of different stuff that you couldn't normally see in the photos. Here's a few of my Q-Figs that I got sent in from the company, which looks really nice up here. I thought they'd look good on the shelf. And then you get down here, we got some mystery minis with some pops, some in-the-box pops, just because I like these ones just a bit more than the other ones. Doesn't this bug you guys with OCD? This one's been pushed back for about a week now, and I've never fixed it. But other than that, this shelf stayed pretty much the same. I've got some more boxes over here. Some on-sale pops from Twilight. I've just never taken them out of the box. My mom bought them a while ago just because she likes the movies. We got my Booty-O cereal down there. That's newer than what you guys have saw. But this looks a little bit different on this shelf just because it's more filled in. This was the first shelf where I just had like the 3 boxes on each shelf. And then here's the original one that stayed pretty much the same the entire time I've had it, just maybe with a few extra stuff on top. But that's pretty much it that's new for today. Anyways guys, this has been another episode of Top Pops. If you want me to do more of these videos, I will in the future, just to kind of show off maybe like the evolution of a collection, or maybe how the evolution of Funko has gone with the detail of their pop characters, or Wacky Wobblers, or what they've been making like from Wacky Wobblers up to now with like mystery minis and pops or something. It'd be really cool to see that. Put it down in the comment section below if you guys want me to do anything, any video you want that's Funko related, I'll probably do it. But anyways guys,
all I wanna do is see some new Top Pops every second. Every second, all I wanna be is someone who gets to see some new Top Pops. This has been another episode of Top Pops. Thanks for watching.